What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. I've just got inside of a rummage sale and I'm excited to see what I can find to sell on eBay, make some money. Heading on over to the toy area because I like to skim past that first. There's a couple people got there before me, but I'm squeezing past them and I'll just swing on ahead and see what's up here. And I see this box of hats. And of course I have to check a box of hats because there's 300, 400, even $1,000 hats, right? So I look through here hoping to find some treasure, and it's just a bunch of basic stuff. I saw the Dell visor and I ended up looking that up when I got home because I was curious. I was pretty sure it wasn't worth it, and it's not. They're not really selling. There's some interesting looking speakers there, but you know what? I didn't see any brand. They look kind of cheap. I could have spun them around and checked the brand name because if they're Bose or something, I definitely wanted them. I don't think they were. But I see this Boombox vintage, and it's been a while since I've seen one that looks this nice, just really clean. It's $10. I'm very picky on picking those up because half the time they have issues or problems. If they're really dirty, I don't want to clean them or anything like that. So I just picked up that one because of the condition, decided to. And it looks like a pretty decent one. I couldn't find the exact one that sold on eBay, but some similar ones were selling pretty well. So I am going to take that up and sit it by the table, I think, because I don't want to carry that thing around. And just like every rummage sale I go to, I always pick up the largest, heaviest thing. It won't even fit in my IKEA bag. But I do pit stop over here by the toys. I found some decent games. There was a table over on the far left there that had board games and stuff that I didn't notice at first. I was able to pick up some good items. Of course, I'll be showing you everything I found at the end during the haul part of the video. Lots of vintage books here and just normal books. A couple years ago, I found a couple first edition Stephen King books I sold for about $75 a piece. Didn't see anything that I recognized as being valuable. Some of those older book sets could have been. Over here on this craft table, I see a bunch of sealed cross stitch, and I know some of these can be big money. I don't take the time to research them. When they're $1 a piece, I just grab all of them there, put them in the IKEA bag. Circling around, just seeing if there's anything I missed. Lots of tools. Looks like hedge trimmers, which I usually don't mess with that stuff. I don't know why I didn't pick up that Lightkeeper Pro. I already have a couple of those to send in Amazon. I think it was priced maybe a little too high, but here's something I missed. This Iceman 3. I've sold those before, and it was only $5. I've sold them for 80, 90 bucks. So that's an easy pickup there. I would have grabbed that at first if I noticed it. It just goes to show you that it's easy to miss stuff at these rummage sales when there's so much. I'm also looking at those grow lights there. I would have picked those up for myself. Some of those grow lights are like 80 bucks at Home Depot new. So probably a pretty big miss there now that I'm looking at those, right? Didn't even notice them when you're at a rummage sale and you're looking for the more hype stuff. You can easily miss stuff like that because most of the time when you see lights like that, they're not worth picking up. But those were grow lights, so something different. But now I'm at Goodwill and I'm checking out this gun, this toy gun. And I didn't think it was really going to be worth anything. I saw a name on it, put it back down, looked it up, and yeah, it's worth buying and selling, it looked like. So I'll give it a shot. Up here is another great thing. This is a Hello Kitty kind of goth backpack. Should be able to make some money on that. Some Halloween costumes up here. See this Zelda one? New on Amazon. It was selling for $40, but it's hard to tell if Halloween costumes are actually new because they open, right? They're not sealed. So people wear them, they put them back in there. So for that little bit of profit and that kind of risk of having to sell it new to make money, I just decided to put it back. It didn't look like a great seller anyway. Checking in the toys, lots of board games, lots of puzzles. Just looking for anything sealed or anything that I don't recognize because I've been doing this for 12, 13 plus years. I feel like I've seen most of the board games that exist. So if I see something I don't recognize, that's a pretty good sign. I better check it out and hopefully it's worth it. If it's not, then I'll probably remember it for next time. Lots of just random stuff that I've been looking at this Goodwill pretty much every day that hasn't sold, and not a whole lot coming out. The shelves are kind of empty. Big stereo system down there, just one of the ones that no one really wants. Popcorn popper, just a basic one. Has to be a really good one to sell on eBay, because I believe those new sell for like 20, 30 bucks anyway. Furniture, golf clubs look the same, but I see this cart of new stuff over here and decide to check it out. Didn't know it was even out. See the hats. I checked to see if there's Stetson or anything. No, just kind of cheap hats. What else? Some sort of was that a Coca-Cola like clock or something? I can't even really tell there. Little Barbie car, an elephant, which kind of looked like one of those puffle up elephants at first, but no. This Barbie car, I think was a newer one, $2.99. It had like broken seat belts. You know, even old, I don't think it's really worth a whole lot, so not something I'm interested in selling. But unfortunately, it looks like this cart of stuff they just brought out, no good deals. Checking the shoes, and over here I see this pair of New Balance, new with tags, with a $89.99 sales tag on it. I'm like, well, Goodwill marked these up, right? Looking for a Goodwill sticker. I'm not seeing any Goodwill sticker. I'm like, what? So these are only $5? So that's one of the easiest pickups of my life, right? When you see new pairs of shoes like that for $5. So I end up checking out these. I think those are some Asics that were kind of beat up. I passed on, but it's just crazy how sometimes those shoes would have been priced $40, $50. Other times they're not priced up. Head on over to another Goodwill now and check out the Halloween stuff here. See if we can find anything. Lots of stuff at this one. There's a ghost face mask. It's just some cheap off-brand thing, not worth anything. Last video I put out was a Halloween bolo video. Showed you lots of things you could look for in these Halloween aisles. Making a lot of money, and not a lot of people watched it. Kind of surprising. So if you missed that video, go over there and check it out. Maybe people's getting a bit tired of the bolo video content. Who knows? But yeah, let me know in the comments. Lots of Halloween stuff to find and make money out there. Unfortunately, I just didn't find any in this aisle. But I love looking through it. Love looking through the Halloween stuff. But I ended up finding some great things at the rummage sale and at Goodwill's. Let me show you what I found. Check it out. I got some great buys here. Went to a rummage sale and then hit up Goodwill. Let's start back here with this Iowa Boombox. I'm very picky on the electronics like this I pick up anymore, just because a lot of times they don't work and they don't move that great unless they're a good brand. This one caught my eye as just being in really good condition. And it was only $10. It's not a great brand, but some of the Iowa stuff will sell in the hundreds like this, the Boomboxes. I could not find any information of this being sold on eBay in the last 3 years, but similar ones will sell anywhere between $100, $200. If it's fully working, I'm probably going to price it starting out about $150. Ended up picking up this Playgun. I guess it shoots darts. It doesn't have any darts. NXT generation. It's in good condition. You know, you don't see a lot of these toy realistic looking guns anymore. I don't even know if they really sell them in stores, but I figured why not look it up. And I saw one that sold for $30 plus shipping. I didn't see any more listed. So I'll probably price it $30. Maybe I'll even try $40 just to see if anyone's looking for that. I did pay $6.99 for it because they had a Halloween price sticker on it, which they might have just priced at $6.99, you know, put it with the toys. But I have a feeling, just as it was priced as Halloween, they usually price things higher. I ended up grabbing some vintage toys. I got this bag of trolls here, and I went through it a little bit and pulled out some. There's some pretty decent ones as far as trolls go, I guess. Now, a little bit of troll lore. They were created by Thomas Dam, I don't know, D-A-M. It's Danish, however that's supposed to be pronounced. But his trolls from the 60s and 70s are pretty valuable. Here's another one. These are actually, I think, like 84. And then eventually, Russ, the company, bought them out, I guess. And then there's even some other copycats like Ace Novelty, which is in this bag as well, which aren't worth a whole lot. I paid $10 for the whole bag, and some of these have clothing, which usually, you know, the ones with clothing are what you want. I think this one was selling for close to 20. There's a nurse there that was selling for like 15-ish. And I think this one's probably the most valuable one, the Thomas one. I think I saw one sell for around $25. The one from the 60s, I think will sell for like 70. I might just do a lot, sell them all like that, maybe break down a couple. I don't know. I just kind of bought the bag because I wanted to go through them. I was hoping that I'd find some of the old ones, and there were some in there. You know, I think it's just lowball estimate, say $25 profit on that bag. Possible I make some more. And I also picked up for $15 this bag of My Little Ponies. They look to be in pretty good condition, but I was looking for the one with the hamburgers on it, which is pretty rare. I think that one sells between $100 and $200 in good condition. You know, I've bought these before and sold them. There's not big money in them unless you have one of the more rare ones. I can't remember. I sold one for like $40 one time. Fairly recently, really. I just don't remember what it is, so I'll have to go through and Google Lens, and if they're all kind of this basic, they are Generation 1. There's probably nothing good in it, and I'll tell you how you can tell. If you look at the bag, the seller wrote G1 My Little Pony. So if they know these are G1, which stands for Generation 1, they kind of know what they got a little bit, right? But even lotting it together, you know, again, I think there's probably $25 in that bag. Then I picked up this vintage glow worm from the 80s. It's in good condition. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but these are pretty consistent sellers. $20 to $30. I think I paid $3 for that. And I think I paid $3 for the vintage Care Bear. Again, I don't think this is over $25. It's probably sell for $20, like the worm, but it is in good condition. It is vintage. People do buy them, so if I can pick it up for $3, I like selling the vintage stuff. And I also got this Stewie plush. Now, I knew there was a Stewie doll that I saw one time that was worth a lot of money, one of the older ones. This is from 2004, which is close to when the show first started. I guess technically it started in the late 90s, right? Now that I think about it. But I just picked it up with the other plush, and unfortunately, the one I'm thinking about is one that talks. And I think that sells for like $40 to $70, something like that. This one, I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to be sold. And maybe I could sell it for $10 or something and get my money back and make a little bit. But, you know, between the three plush, there is some money there. Picked up some decent board games at the rummage sale. I got this Betrayal at House on the Hill. I've actually played this before a long time ago. But all these games were $1. Probably just going to put that with my board game collection. And then we got Smash Up here, which I also played this years ago. I remember with some friends and it being pretty good. So I'll probably put that in the board game collection. And then I got this Outburst Bible Edition, which I've sold before. This is brand new sealed. So I'll be able to sell this on Amazon and make at least $30 profit on that. Then I got this Scotland Yard down here. I bought this because it says $2, but I'm pretty sure I paid $1 for that, because maybe not. I don't see a green sticker. Anyway, the Scotland Yard, I had never seen it in the wild before, so I figured I'd give it a shot. I just kind of threw it in the bag. Not a great seller. Looks like it could be kind of a fun game, I guess, so maybe that'll go in the board game collection. But, you know, still I'm going to make some great profit on the Outburst. Then down here, this box I got, and I stopped at a garage sale, and the guy having it said that all these models were brand new, and they are. I opened, well, I'm assuming they are. I opened a few of them. You can see they're still sealed in plastic inside. They got the stickers, and he's saying $4 a piece on them. And I just said, well, what if I bought the whole box? What could you do? So I got a discount. I ended up paying $70 for all of them. I don't think it's a huge discount. I think there was 21 or 22 models in here, but you can see they're all vintage models. A lot of them Japanese, and models can be big money. I only looked at like 5, and the 5 I looked up, it was looking like anywhere between $15 to $25 max. I think any model I can sell for $15 plus shipping. I'm probably just going to list by itself. Anything else, I'm just going to put in a lot. Hopefully there's a good one or a rare one in here. I know some of these airplane models, these old ones I found I've sold for $40 to $70 before, so It's possible. But also, you have to remember that they probably know what they got, right? He seemed like he was savvy enough, to look on eBay around my age. So even selling these things at, $10 a piece, I'm going to make money. I just don't know how much. So this was a surprising find at Goodwill. Looking at the shoes, I see these new with tags, New Balance shoes on the shelf, and I say to myself, well, I could see the $84.99, I believe, and I was thinking, yeah, these are going to be marked high. No, not marked high. I was looking everywhere for a Goodwill price sticker. I just don't understand why sometimes Goodwill will mark up an old pair of Skechers shoes that are falling apart, put a $40 price tag on them, but then in a brand new pair of New Balance that says $84.99, they don't mark up, right? I'm glad they didn't. It's just strange to me. It just blows my mind on how some of this stuff is priced. I've said it before. I think it's just, whoever's pricing the stuff. Whoever's pricing stuff like this at Goodwill, you're a real champion. You have my respect. But yeah, these are not a great style, but they are new with tags. So I did see one pair sell for $100 new, it looked like. But there are more listed than sold. I'll probably price them like $60. Plus shipping, right? They're gonna sell. At the rummage sale, I saw all these sealed like cross-stitch items. I got 10 of them there. I just threw them in the bag at $1 a piece. When I'm at garage sales and rummage sales, dollar or less, I always pick them up. Some of them sell good by themselves for $15-20. Of course, I mentioned the one I've sold last year or whenever. I sold for $140, the Advent calendar one. But I looked these up real quick when I got home. I didn't see any extremely special ones. The best one being worth like $20-25. A lot of them worth $10 to $15. Just like the models, anything is selling for $15 or more, I'll probably sell by itself. The rest I just lot together. Between all of them, there's some pretty good profit there. Check this out. This is a phenomenal camera find. I opened up the bag to see what was in it. Saw it was an Olympus, and of course my eyes are bad. So I'm trying to see if it's a stylus, and I see it's stylus, and then I see it's epic. Olympus stylus epics are good. The Zoom 170 is an even better style. Picked up quite a few of these over the years. They camouflage with other cameras. A lot of basic film cameras, not worth a whole lot. A lot of people don't put value in these, but these stylus epics are sought after online. In good working condition, you're looking at $100 to $150 really. There's some batteries in there, some film. I don't know if the paperwork's in there, but paid $3 for it. Probably gonna price it, at least $140 to start. Here's something I've sold before, this Iceman Clear. This is something to do for muscle therapy. You put ice in it. It's got these tubes or pads you connect to the sore spot or whatever. Now, this one's tricky to sell. If you're selling it on eBay, the last one I sold, I think I sold on Mercari. I'm almost sure of that. Sold for like $80 and it sold very quickly. I don't think it's a Vero item on eBay, but I do think it's considered medical, and a lot of that kind of stuff gets pulled. I did see one that sold on eBay though for $97 plus shipping. Chances are I sell this on Mercari again for like $80. Paid $5 for it at the rummage sale, so it's going to be some good profit coming in. Worst case scenario, you can part it out, power supply and lid and pads and stuff like that, and there's some good money in it as well. Saw this at Goodwill, and I'm like, oh, that's Hello Kitty. It's got that goth look. It's a backpack. I paid $10 for it. It was in the Halloween stuff. Was trying to find the exact one and Google Lensed it and saw some selling over $100 new. So for me, that's enough to pick it up. And I did see one that sold for $70, and there's a lot listed for well over $100. A lot of them coming from Japan. A lot of people won't buy from Japan just because of the shipping and all that. So having some local, it should help with the sales. I'll probably price that $70 plus shipping. It's gonna sell. Picked up all these video games at that garage sale I stopped at. They were $1 a piece. There's nothing phenomenal here, but at $1 a piece, I can lot these up and make some money. I was hoping that Rocky was worth more. I had rarely seen that, if ever, out in the wild. I couldn't remember if it had some value. And I thought this Zone of Enders was a PlayStation 2 game. And in my head, I'm like, oh, that's going to be really good. I don't know why I was thinking that. It's a DVD for the anime movie, which might be worth like $10. I don't know. I think Guitar Hero Live might be pretty good. Seems like maybe that one was selling for $12-15. Still, if I was to lot these up and sell them, or however I'm going to sell them, it's at least $30 profit there. There it is, everybody. That is my haul for today. Some very solid finds that are going to be bringing in some profit. Looking forward to looking up the rest of these. Hopefully there's a really good one in there. I usually don't buy models like that used if they're open box because I can't trust if all the pieces are there. This guy seemed very sure that all the pieces were there, so they're going to be easy to list. But before you go, if you could hit that like button for me, I'd really appreciate it. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Until next time.